All right. Well, welcome to Polypad. This is the third website that we're going to be taking a look at today. So Polypad is a dynamic and interactive platform that allows teachers to bring mathematical concepts to life in a visual and hands-on way. It's really popular in classrooms where teachers want to make abstract mathematical ideas more concrete and engaging for students. Polypad is designed to let students manipulate and explore math concepts interactively with its wide range of visual manipulatives such as tiles, geometric shapes, number lines, fractions, and pattern blocks. So Polypad is geared towards teachers who teach math in elementary through middle school and excels in bringing math concepts alive, such as geometry, fractions, number operations, algebra, measurement, and even data and statistics. There are many tools out there that focus on procedural fluency, but Polypad really focuses on helping students engage and develop a conceptual understanding, meaning students can see how mathematical ideas are connected and explore the relationships between the numbers and shapes and operations. For example, they can physically rearrange fraction tiles to understand the equivalency or use pattern blocks to visualize, geometric transformations. So I wouldn't be talking about Polypad if it didn't support collaborative learning. It does allow students to work together on math problems and group activities where they can manipulate the same virtual manipulatives like at the same time. They can solve problems together and they can even share their reasoning. This promotes peer-to-peer learning and really helps students communicate their ideas in a mathematical context. One of the other things I really love about Polypad is that it supports multiple representations by allowing students to explore multiple ideas of the same concept. For example, a fraction can be represented as a set of fraction tiles, a number line, or as part of a whole. So teachers can actually use this to demonstrate how different mathematical concepts are related to each other and help students see math from different perspectives. So with that in mind, let's take a look at its pad. So as you can see, it's set up very similarly to the other two websites that we've taken a look at today, where it's got all of the options over on the left and a few extra options we're going to take a look at over here on the right. But you can see that it goes into the different mathematical concepts, and within those concepts are options. So you can bring in, for instance, polygons and shapes. We can actually scale that to make it bigger or smaller. We can even move it around a little bit if we wanted to change the angle of it and look at angles. Now, they also have, a snippet tool, so you can do a custom tool as well. And, the geometry goes on and on and on and on. It's pretty crazy how many things are in there. One of the really kind of cool things is fractions. And if you look, if I kind of dig down just a little bit and then I look at the fraction circles, I see that, you can get some options for, half circles. And again, I can maneuver this around to get different angles. And I can bring in other concepts like, okay, well, if that's half, then what is this? This is, it's a quarter of a half, and that's what it means. So it's really nice to be able to use those manipulatives. We also have the algebra, we have probability and data, and then of course we have the games and applications as well. Now moving along here, I can actually change this to authoring mode and be able to customize what I see on the toolbar on the other side. So when I tab this on, I have all of these options to be able to really make Polypad work for me and my needs in my classroom. You can also change the background of the color, and you can change the canvas size rather than having it infinite to fixed or even a notebook type of look. If we keep going on, I love this part. They give you examples right in here. So when I go to my favorite little fraction part here, and I look at maybe fraction circles, I can bring that in. So I'm going to go ahead and discard my changes. And here's all of my fraction circles. What I love now is I have this drawing toolbar down below. I can actually upload my own image to the Polypad itself and draw on it. I can bring in some equations, add a text box, and I can draw right on it. So using the LG CreateBoard and the interactive display, you're able to just, make all of these connections live with a pen for your students to be able to see. They also have within each of these, I've shown you the, templates they give. They also have activities. So they've created some built-in and embedded activities for you as well. So over here on this side, we can go to full screen. We can also put in a grid, and we can have all the different grids that we want to be able to do behind our circles here that we have. We can export this now to be able to upload it to our LMS if we want to be able to do that. And then we have the undo and the redo buttons too. So there's one more thing I wanted to show you, and that's if I select one of these, they give you options. You know, I can change how many, maybe I'll go up here actually. I can change it and I can go to 1, I can go to a whole, or I can go to a third, or I can go to a quarter. I can split it, so then I can actually move parts and pieces of this out. I can also merge it back together, and I can play something if I want, but I also can add music. So if you're looking for maybe some of those different intelligences where you're wanting to maybe combine the music with the math and see if it works, or if you want to assign specific music to the different pieces, you can do that as well. So this is Polypad. I really, really love it. When you're getting started, it's really nice. They've got this whole website for you for how to get started. They've got a very robust YouTube channel with all of the information you'll be able to use to kind of get in there and start using it. And then they also have the way to be able to have students groups work on this, create the student accounts, and they've really given you in-depth information and instructions on how to allow students to explore together. So I hope you try out Polypad. I hope you love it as much as I do. And I can't wait to see you on our next one. All right, well, that's it for our math content for today. We've taken a look at a new way to possibly work with students on maybe looking at new concepts. And that would be to explore first, explain what they see when they're exploring, and then giving them the vocabulary and terms to define what those descriptions are. We took a look at Desmos, GeoGebra, and Polypad. They all work brilliantly in that explore process. We're going to be having a lot more math content coming up in the future weeks and months, so be sure to keep tuned, and we'll see you soon.